Pros and cons of automation testing. Every tool, every testing, and every technology has both positive as well as negative sides. They have both advantages as well as disadvantages. Similarly, automation testing will also have advantages as well as disadvantages. Now, yes or no to automation testing? We can definitely not say a no to automation testing because automation testing yields great results and it definitely saves time. So we cannot say no to automation testing. Even though there are few cons, we cannot say no because automation testing is really important. As I told you earlier, load testing or performance testing cannot be done manually. So you definitely need an automation support. So you cannot say a direct no to automation testing because of the cons. So let's see what is the pros and cons. So first we'll take the positive sides, advantages. First thing, as I told you earlier, it saves time. When you are actually executing huge number of test cases or when you're executing multiple data for a particular functionality, it actually saves time. You can make the automation script running and you can parallelly do some other activity. So it actually saves time. And next one is, when you're doing a regression testing, automation is widely important and appreciated because you can run the regression pack or you can automate the regression pack and the testing will be done parallelly. You need not to sit and re-execute the test cases. Regression can be always automated. So the next one is, when you are doing a website testing or web application testing, what you have to test? You have to test the contents of the web or the functionalities of the website, and then you should test whether your website is working in different browsers, in Google Chrome or in Safari or in Mozilla Firefox. So you have to test different browsers, compatibility testing. So you have to test the entire website on different browsers. So if you take 2 hours of time and if you're going to test in 4 browsers, your 8 hours, 1 day is gone. 1 day effort is actually gone. So whereas when you automate it, when you do automation on compatibility testing or cross-browser testing, what happens is, at the same time, you can, in different missions, you can use different browsers and you can test. So within 2 hours, you can complete all 4 browser testing, right? So this actually saves time as well as effort, and it also yield you accurate results. So these are the major advantage of automation testing. Now let's come to the drawbacks or negatives. First and foremost thing is, everything cannot be automated. That's actually true. You cannot automate everything because every tool has its own limitations and every functionality cannot be automated. For example, a payment functionality. If I need to initiate a payment or if I need to make purchase and complete my payment, each and every time that cannot be automated. We can use different cards, we can use different mode of payments. So every time that functionality cannot be automated. So since everything cannot be automated, that is the major drawback of automation testing, because as an organization, I have a tool, I have an automation testers, but since few functionalities are not being automated, they have to sit and manually do the same functionality even though I pay for my automation tool. Right, my effort is utilized, my cost is also going in vain. So that is the major disadvantage. The next one is, when you are purchasing any commercial tool, the tool will be much expensive and it is also difficult to maintain that tool. The maintenance cost will also be relatively high. So cost is also an important aspect or drawback for automation testing. If you use any open source tools like Selenium, it is really an advantage. But if you purchase any commercial tool, it can be a disadvantage based on the usage or based on the cost. Next one is, few automation tools will not support in every platform. As I told you earlier, every tool has its own limitations and they cannot be supportive in all the platforms. In that case, what happens is, your scope is to test in different platforms, whereas your tool is not supporting in different platforms. So what will you do? You have to manually do the testing in the platforms where the tool is not supporting, in the respective platform where the tool is not supporting. So in that case, your effort as well as the cost you spend for your automation tool, everything will come into picture, and it will totally taken as a negative side for your automation testing tool. So these are the major advantage and disadvantage of automation testing or any automation tool if you could take. So stay tuned for next lecture. We'll see more interesting slides.